On this week's edition of The Overtime, we'll recap NAU football's win over Weber State in the Red Rock rivalry game. Then, on Get Out There, our sports reporters visited Sunset Crater. Finally, it was a big weekend for local cross-country and NPA soccer. All that and more on this edition of The Overtime. Hello and welcome to The Overtime, Northern Arizona's only sports show. I'm your host, Lydia Schwieters, and today I'm joined by my co-host, Hannah Hamilton. Hannah, I'm so excited to be hosting with you again. How are you?
I'm doing great, and I'm so excited to be back on desk with you.
Okay, great. Let's get into it. Let's see what we have. NAU football defended the Dome and has continued to stay undefeated at home for the first time since 2019. The defense played their hearts out last weekend against Weber State and got 2 interceptions within only a few plays between each other.
Yeah, they did. I unfortunately didn't get to make it. I was in Mesa covering MPA girls soccer state championship victory.
I'm excited to hear more about that. Let's get into football. The football game was actually a rivalry game and there was a trophy on the line. The Lumberjacks won the Red Rock rivalry trophy last year and defended it this year to keep it again. Take a look. Saturday, NAU football hosted Weber State for the annual Red Rock rivalry game. The trophy was introduced in the 2022 season as NAU and Weber State became annual rivals. Weber State first won the trophy in 2022, but the Lumberjacks took it home 2023 and kept it home this year after a win of 27-6.
I think obviously coming out of the tunnel to start the game as we did was critical, especially coming off of a bye week. You know, like Tommy said, we were anxious, I think, to get back out there, get back on the turf and get playing again and to watch us come out ready. And I told the team last night that I thought we were as prepared and as ready to go, really, maybe as we've been all week. I thought we had an exceptional 2 weeks, and our guys really showed that, I felt, by how we executed.
The Lumberjacks started the game off strong with the very first play resulting in a rushing touchdown 13 seconds into the game by quarterback Ty Pennington. On Weber's first offensive play, the ball was intercepted by DJ Van Hook, which resulted in a touchdown by defensive lineman Fo Ho Chang. The Lumberjacks didn't allow a single touchdown at all during the game, which hasn't happened since Sam Houston in 2022.
But yeah, like I was young guy during that game, and just to see everything in between that game and this game, it's been complete 180. But it's just a culmination of all the hard work, the practice, like in the weight room. I mean, we talk about it. Coach hit on it.
This weekend, the Lumberjacks will be on the road for their next game against Cal Poly. Lydia Schwieters, NAZ Sports.
Wow, that is so exciting. I know that had to be an awesome feeling for the guys getting to raise that trophy for the second year in a row. Also to note, NAU is going on the road to sunny San Luis Obispo this weekend to take on the Cal Poly Mustangs. Check it out. NAU football goes on the road to beautiful San Luis Obispo, California to play the Cal Poly Mustangs this weekend. The Lumberjacks are 5-4 overall and 3-2 in the Big Sky Conference, while the Mustangs are 2-3 overall and 1-4 in the Big Sky Conference. Head coach Brian Wright and players like senior linebacker Christopher Smith have not been there before and are looking forward to it.
Certainly it's nice to go to nice places and nice venues, and we'll always take the nice weather to play in. So excited to go there. I've never been there, and I know a lot of our team, will have their first opportunity to get there as well. And then we have some guys from California that I'm sure are looking forward to getting back to that state and play.
One of those players from California is senior tight end Braze White, who is looking forward to a family reunion this weekend.
Yeah, I got my mom, my 2 sisters, I got my dad coming out here. I think my little brother is too, so yeah, it's going to be a good crowd out there for me.
Cal Poly's passing defense is second to last in the Big Sky Conference, and NAU is looking to capitalize on that through their air game.
You need to do a good job schematically of getting our guys out in space and taking what they give you. They mix up their coverages well at Cal Poly, so I think that challenges you, and our guys need to be ready to find those windows and work away from man coverage too and win those one-on-ones.
The Lumberjack defense is currently number 1 in defensive efficiency in the Big Sky Conference. On the other side of the ball, Cal Poly's offense is ranked 11th overall.
I feel like our strongest area is just getting pressure, not giving quarterbacks a lot of time to throw it deep, and then we got some great DBs who are going to go get the ball, so we just play well together in that aspect.
This week in practice, Wright emphasized not just being satisfied with last weekend's Red Rock rivalry trophy win.
Getting better, not being satisfied with just the outcome of a of a game last week, not being satisfied with a quick start to a game, finding a lot of the things that we need to do to improve upon in order to continue to get better and play our best football at the end of the season.
Hannah Hamilton, NAZ Sports. A lot of the guys on the roster are from California, so for players like Braze, this has to be a fun game, and hopefully the other players' families get to go see them as well. Well, in Flagstaff, when the snow starts falling, it means basketball season is officially underway.
The NAU women's basketball team was in New Mexico for the season opener. Junior Sophie Glancy made sure the Lumberjacks clinched their first win with an amazing buzzer beater.
Throws it in to Glancy. Glancy, one dribble, turnaround shot, goes up, it's good at the buzzer as Glancy wins it as time expires. NAU victorious.
That is literally every basketball player's dream. What a career moment for her.
I know if I played, it would definitely be one of mine. Both the men's and women's teams started their seasons off with a win, even with many new faces to the squads like Faith Curry and Talo Leopersa for the women's team.
And on the men's side, they lost Carson Basham, but Carson Tout returned after missing all of last season due to an injury.
I'm very excited to see how their seasons turn out. Did you know how many beautiful places there were in Flagstaff to go on a hike? Wait until after this break to find out.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
Meet the scan, a simple procedure whose mission is to detect lung cancer early.
I'm here to save you.
But I feel fine.
That's great, but you may still be at high risk for lung cancer.
Oh man, that's a new fence.
If you smoke, early detection could save your life. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Welcome back, and Lydia, you went somewhere cool in Flagstaff last week for the Get Out There segment. How was that?
You know, it was great. I went out to Sunset Crater last week, and let me tell you, it was such an amazing hike, and it was so cool to see. This week's edition of Get Out There, I'm at Sunset Crater, a cinder cone formed by volcanic eruptions. It is just a 30-minute drive north from Flagstaff. Taking the lava flow trail is the best way to see and experience the Sunset Crater. Sunset Crater is the youngest in a string of volcanoes in the San Francisco volcanic field that erupted in approximately 1805 AD. National Park Service volunteer Eric Zeliff said Sunset Crater was designated as a national monument in 1930 after preservation effort by local residents.
This is preserved because the citizens of Flagstaff became involved in the late 1920s because a movie company wanted to blow this up to make a landslide scene for their movie Avalanche. The citizens of Flagstaff said, we don't think so. So they organized an appeal that went to the White House in Washington.
The trail starts out on a quarter-mile accessible concrete loop, but there is a cinder footpath for the adventurous-hearted. The footpath is a mile long that takes you on an even more scenic route while you're walking on jagged lava rocks. While on the trail, you can find lichen on rocks, unique-looking trees, cool rock formations, and spatter cones. I'm in a spatter cone, as you can see, here on the lava flow trail at Sunset Crater. A spatter cone was actually formed when the lava would bubble up through the cool surface and it would create rocks just like these. Along with the spatter cones and other rocks that you can climb up or in, the trail has a cave that you can also get down to. However, it is boarded up, but you can still get a great view inside of it. The trail also makes for very relaxing sounds every step you take. Thank you for joining me on this edition of Get Out There. I really enjoyed this hike, and I know you guys would too. Lydia Schwieters, NAZ Sports. It's definitely a must-see hike in northern Arizona area. Now, we're going to take a small break, but don't go anywhere, because once we come back, we will be talking about some local high school sports.
Hey, can you chop the pineapple?
Chop the pineapple.
Nope, I'm high. How about I wash off the grapes?
Yes.
Okay.
You're already making good decisions when you're high.
I want tacos. Will you drive? I'm a little toasty.
Nope. I'm high. Let's order in.
Don't make an exception when it comes to driving. If you feel different, you drive different.
Marie, you have prediabetes.
Prediabetes? I don't have time to eat right or exercise. I'm a busy mom.
Oh, you're a busy mom.
Yeah.
This is great news. Busy moms never get prediabetes.
Wait, what?
Let me just... Yeah, this is all the people at risk for prediabetes, and way over here, busy moms. No?
Welcome back. So, Hannah, you were in Mesa this weekend for a soccer game?
Yes, I was. This past Saturday, MPA girls soccer three-peated after rallying in the second half to beat Cholo 3-1 in the Falls Central Region Championship. This was the Spartans' 7th title in 8 years. This game was special because head coach Michael Blair has had 6 daughters come through the Spartan program, and in that match, it was his daughter Emery Blair that would step up and lead the team to victory. Blair, being just a freshman, had 2 goals in her first state championship appearance and got to celebrate with sister and teammate junior Bethany Blair, as well as her father and coach.
Also on Saturday, Flagstaff area high school cross-country teams showcased their skills at the 2024 State Cross Country Championships in Division II. The Flagstaff Eagles claimed both boys and girls team and individual titles. It was just the second time a school has done that at the Arizona State Championships. Eagles senior Olivia Baker ran an impressive 18:59 to secure first place in the girls' race. Junior Alex Bland won the race for the boys' team for a second consecutive year with a time of 15:54. Looking ahead to some sports events coming up, sports reporter Aishaya Tanaka is in studio.
Thanks, Lydia. Speaking of cross country, the NAU cross country team kicked off the weekend with a Big Sky Conference championship. Both teams have won the championship for 4 consecutive years, and the Lumberjacks are continue to hold their title in the conference with 15 points. Now, both teams will continue to train for the upcoming NCAA Mountain Regionals November 15th in Reno, Nevada. Also on Friday, NAU women's volleyball traveled to northern Colorado to battle against the Bears for their second time this season. The Lumberjacks fought hard, but the match ended in a 3-0 loss, bringing their conference record to 3-7 with the 6 conference games left. The Lumberjacks still have a chance for a comeback. They are currently playing the Portland State Vikings in the Roll Activity Center, but will also play at home against Sacramento State on Saturday at noon. The NAU soccer season came to an end after falling to Sacramento State in a penalty kick shootout yesterday. This was their first match in the Big Sky Championship that took place in Missoula, Montana. NAU's senior Kayla Shebar scored her first goal of the season along with a goal from Dania Wells, who was able to tie the score 2-2 before the end of regulation. The Sacramento State Hornets will be moving on to the Big Sky semifinal against the number 1 seed Montana Grizz on Friday. Now, moving on to some high school football. Tomorrow at 7 p.m., Coconino High is set to host Flagstaff in a matchup that continues a long-standing rivalry that has existed since Coconino first opened in 1967. Both teams hold a 2-2 conference record and are looking to bounce back tonight, as they are both coming off of a loss. Coconino is third in the 4A Grand Canyon section standings, and Flagstaff is right behind them in 4th place. This game is important for both teams, and I'm curious to see how these standings play out. That's all for this week's sports updates. Some exciting times for our sport teams ahead. Now, back to Lydia and Hannah on desk.
Thanks, Aisha. Well, that's all we have for you tonight. Thank you all for joining us for this edition of The Overtime.
I want to thank our sports reporters, Aishaya Tanaka, for her sports update, and I'd also like to thank my co-host, Hannah Hamilton. I'm Lydia Schwieters, and we'll see you next Friday for the next edition of The Overtime.